My name is Timothy Pang, and I'm from Jericho, and I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior. I go to Charlotte Rock Church, Syosset campus, and yeah, it's really nice there. I like it. It's good. I like to play music. I'm on a worship team. I like sports. I do track and badminton. Yeah, I do music in school. I do jazz band and band. I play tenor sax, violin, and piano. I've played piano since I was maybe 5, and then violin since I was 6. So playing for a long time. My favorite instrument to play is probably piano. I've been playing it for longest time, and I've been able to play in nice places. I went to Vienna one time for a performance. I went to Carnegie Hall. I got to play there, so it was nice. But also tenor sax maybe would be a close one because it's so different compared to classical music where it's like you get to play outside of just sheet music, you get to improvise and stuff. So jazz band and tenor sax is something that was new to me, and yeah, it's something I've grown to love. So yeah, I started playing at church maybe 2-3 years ago, and it was just a violin at first, and I asked Josh, so he had me come in, and I played a little bit for him. And then the first week I came and I tried it out, and it was different. Get to improvise, kind of there's no music to go off of, so it's just doing stuff that comes to you naturally. And then after a little bit, maybe a couple weeks after, I asked if I could start doing piano, and that one was a little bit more natural because there's the chord charts and stuff. You just play what's on the sheet. I started off playing really stick to the chords, play what's in the chords, and it took me a while to really get comfortable with exploring improvising over the top. Maybe if there's a break in the instruments, just do a little bit of stuff. But I would say it was a fun process learning how to kind of maybe relearn how to play music because it's so different compared to classical. So I've been coming to church ever since I was a little child, and because my parents, they go to church. So my first church we went to when I was little, and then during the pandemic we came to Shelter Rock because of the online services. We heard they were good, so we watched a couple of them, and then it was nice to see people still having church and gathering even during the pandemic when everything was kind of shut down. So we had the online services at first, and then we started coming into Syosset for their in-person when it opened up again. And you just kind of fell in love with it. It was everything about it. It's people there were so nice, and then the worship team was great, the pastors were nice, and yeah. I feel like I've been coming to church since I was a child, so it was more just go to church on Sunday every week, and it was you had to go with your parents. So I just went, and I think it was really during a mission trip we went on to Guatemala with my family and my cousins, so it was nice to have people who I knew, but it was also nice to meet new people over there. It was a group of maybe 60 of us, so I made some new friends, and it was just seeing how God worked in other countries and helped other people. We got to build houses, we got to help out in the nursery, we had a medical camp there, and it was just, I think it was there that I really saw my faith really grow and became my own. And I think that was probably one of the key factors that led to me getting baptized. It was just the people over there in Guatemala, they had so little. They were still worshiping God, they were still giving everything to Him. Why would they put their faith in somebody who isn't real or somebody who doesn't do miracles? They put all their faith in God, and it was just amazing to see. So I'd say after we came back from the mission trip, there was a group of friends, my friends who went there. And so we were just talking about it, and then my cousin brought up the idea of getting baptized because he saw the year before there would be beach baptisms. And so he was like, "Hey Tim, you want to go get baptized together?" And I really thought about it for a while. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get baptized, but it was good to talk about it with the pastors, and I talked about it with a couple of my friends, and I just thought it was a time. So me and my cousin, we got baptized together, and yeah. So at the baptism, it was Sophie Tay, and she kind of said it first as a joke, right? And then I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then so we got there, and then she was standing there with a big head, And yeah, it was kind of like, it's not a really good photo, I would say, of me. But then I was like, yeah, I was grateful. That was just a nice gesture. And yeah, it was just funny to see everybody was taking photos with it the whole day. Yeah, just nice to have a group of close friends where I can kind of like share my faith and like be close to them with. There was like a period of time where I was like, it felt really good. Like I felt close with God, and yeah, it was good. But then after a while, I'd say kind of felt myself like growing like further apart. Yeah, it was like just school and sports, and it was just like the stress of like gotta get like good grades and stuff, and it kind of like put God in the back. I went to the retreat. It was after my baptism, after Guatemala too. It was good, and it was just a fun time there, having to like hang out with friends. I'd say it was one of the first times I'd kind of like been in from home, like get to dorm with a couple of guys. We became close with them, and it was nice. And then these were a group of guys who we had a small group with, and we had lessons with them. So it was like we got to grow closer with them over the 3 days. I could like talk to them about my faith, talk to them about God. I think that I just want to get better at like talking to people, if that kind of makes sense. Because it's like I had a couple of friends who I was talking to them about Jesus because they saw that I got baptized. So they were just asking questions about it. And I found it hard to like answer some of the questions that they were asking. And I just like want to like spread the word to everybody. But sometimes it's a little bit hard because, they have their own beliefs, they think their own things. But it's, yeah, something that I just like to do better. Spread faith, spread the gospel to others. And yeah. If I have like any problems, if I have stress, if I'm like worried about something, I can just always like talk to God about it. I can pray about it. And I know I have a community at the church that'll also support me, and they can pray for me. And it's nice knowing you can just kind of talk to him and he's got your back. It just makes me feel special that God loves me and God knows me and God is there for me.